Guys, welcome back. It was a beautiful weekend. A lot of things coming and going around here. Hit up the car show as you guys saw. Did a little maintenance on the Crew Cab Suburban. Had a lot of fun. Actually captured some content that you guys have not seen yet, but it'll be coming your way very soon. But we're gonna jump in this Corvette C6 real quick and go for a ride. 2007. This car's 19.9. And again, I like bringing you guys videos on these vehicles versus our super duper expensive stuff, because you kind of know what you're getting there. On a higher mileage, less expensive vehicle, sometimes seeing is believing. And that's why I do a lot of these videos. But I want you to be comfortable, even if you're from long distance away, buying a car from us. So this car is push to start. Go. I'll show you a couple things here right off the bat. So we got some wear here. Somebody's covered it. Put you a pink poofy cover on it or a leather cover, whatever you want to do. But we did not want to hide that with a cover, even though that is probably one of the most objectionable things to this car. I hate that. AC is nice and cold, but it's blowing a little hard. Might not be able to hear. Another thing, we did replace this visor. This part of the visor had come apart, so we did replace the visor. The only visor still available from Chevrolet, which we wanted to use a dealer part, has this right here. That is not hooked up. The car is not wired for it, so it does not have the garage door opener, which is what that is. Doesn't say it on this one, but that's for your garage door opener. So nice brand new visor, and it was also kind of floppy. So we got that put on. It works, it lights up. Still got the plastic on it. This one here is fine. Was not broken. But these do get a lot of abuse because, again, if you're not a Corvette guy, you know the top comes off this car. So these get flipped, or some people leave them up and it beats against them with the wind. But I guess we will catch some fuel while we're out, because it says range low. Let's see if I can reset that real quick. Guess not. Oh, here we go. All right. No check engine lights, no trouble codes. As you can see, it's a completely cold start just then. Oil pressure's good. Temperature's climbing. Voltage is good. And we are on fumes, but we'll take care of that here in just a minute. Let's turn that radio down. The radio display works. That's another common problem on these. The LED screens that light all this up do go bad. This one's doing just fine. Parking brake works and stops the car. Most people don't care about that, but with a manual 6-speed, you better care. It's very important. Seatbelt is on. Let's go for a quick ride. And this car is pretty quiet. It really should get an exhaust system upgrade if you want to really hear the performance of this V8. This model, to me, was probably one of the quietest that GM ever produced, which is great when you ride down the road. You don't have any droning or super noise, but also not good when you want to zing through the gears and impress your buddy or sound good at a stoplight. We are still going to change the oil in this car and do a state inspection. We got a little behind catching up from the holiday weekend, so this video is also a little bit old posting, but get that knocked out. We'll drop it off after we get some fuel and get that taken care of. Another thing I like to check on these test drives of these cars is this gears, making sure nobody's been out grabbing gears, which I know on this car they haven't, but you can real quickly see if they've been scraping gears. It's going to shift funny or act funny. Synchronizers will go bad. I even had that in one of my personal C5s. I ended up having to do the synchronizers. Previous guy before me had just must have terrorized on it because it was a problem. Power mirrors do work properly. Just adjusted that one. Just adjusted this one. That's another thing that does fail on these a little bit, is the mirror switch, or sometimes the mirror itself. Rear view mirror has not completely glitched glazed over, but these do have some issues around the corners. You can see right there that it does have a little bit of glazing to it, but not bad. We are in 6th gear. Of course, not really going fast enough to need 6th gear. 45 miles an hour, but the steering wheel is nice and straight, no trembling. Tires on this car are in great shape. Again, that tape on the steering wheel annoys me, but I'd rather, like I said, not hide it from you guys. No check lights, no trouble codes, temperatures coming up to par. Everything is smooth. Of course, I've got the windows down. I'll roll those up real quick. Nice and smooth in the car. You got one small spot on the dash that has a crack there. A lot of times that whole center section has decayed and gone. It's actually in good shape on this car. We're gonna run up here. We get a little spot here we can stretch out a little bit. 60 miles an hour with ease. I'm working with a different setting on the camera here, so hopefully it's acceptable for you guys. Again, AC is not a super hot day out. It's probably, I don't know, it says 77 there. I'd say it's low 80s. But AC is working nice and cold. Go pull up here and put a little fresh splash of gas. I always run premium in these cars. I know it is not necessary. Another little trick. I know a lot of people already know it, but for those that don't, if you're pulling up to the gas station like us, we're in a different car. Sometimes every hour. Well, if you're pulling up, you know, some gas pump gas doors are on the left, some are on the right. How do you know? Little arrow right there. All cars do not have that, but for those that may not know, that's a cool little trick. It helps us out every single day. Little push button for the door. Oh, must be locked. Unlock. Push button for the door. Those do go bad also. Oh, find the door fuel opener there. Oh, there we go. Again, in and out of stuff so much, so that's also got the trunk pop. We'll pop that while we're here. Before I start pumping fuel, I will turn the car off. I just want y'all to hear it running. Nice and quiet. You can also see that paint fade that we put in the description. Very slight right here on the top surface. But excellent tires. Very nice wheels. The drilled rotors. No smoke. No odors from the exhaust. And a little bit of fade across right here too. That's it, guys. We're gonna throw a little premium fuel in it and run back to the office. Thanks for watching. 2007 Corvette C6 sports car.